this video, we're going to take a look at the new subscription box feature added to the MaxQ Advanced Billing system, which is designed to allow you to ship inventory items on a recurring basis, where the box contents change each month. Examples are Wine of the Month Club, Book of the Month Club, or in any other subscription in which the assortment to be shipped needs to change every subscription period. Now, the first thing we will look at is to go into the Preferences screen, Subscription Box tab, and check the box to create forecast quantities. This will allow you to create an inventory forecast for the total amount needed to produce the boxes in advance of shipment. Set the hold option if you want to update contracts that are presently on hold with the new inventory item. The next step is where we would set up a non-stock item. In this case, it's Wine Monthly $80, which has a $80 selling price, and we have entered the default selling price here. A couple of things to note here on the ARM option tab. We've set this item to bill monthly, and we also have set this to be a subscription box item. So with that checkbox set, it will allow you to substitute those items out for stocking items on the contract itself. Now let's take a look at contracts. I've got a couple of contracts here where we could see that they have been entered with the Wine of the Month Club non-stock item on the distributions. And as we go back, we could see 3 different sample contracts, all of which are all scheduled to ship in December of 2025 for those distributions. Now, running the subscription box process, it is relatively simple. We'll go into Process Subscription Box screen and we're going to enter in the beginning of December, and we'll run it for the full month. The From Inventory selector shows the only subscription box item setup and all of the contracts with that item on them. And then we enter the item to substitute. So in this case, I'm going to substitute the stocking December 25 wine item. So let's go take a look at that kit before we execute to get an idea of what we're showing here. So when I call that kit up, we have the Wine of the Month Club for December again at the $80 level. I'm including a BB Cabernet and a Chardonnay bottle within that particular month's items. Now I can add non-stock components for costing if needed on this particular kit. So that's how we would set up the kit specifications. Now going back to the item to substitute, notice I find the 3 contracts I want to update and I just click on the Process All button. Now let's review those contracts. You can see on this first item, it has the stock item already substituted. And the rest of the contract distributions are still left with a non-stocking item for future revisions. So now let's take a look at inventory planning. And we're going to go to the Forecast entry screen. We now have a forecast for the December wine inventory item. For the quantity of $3, which is the sum of the contract, quantities on the open distributions that we just processed for planning. It represents the sum of the quantity of kits that you're going to need produced in order to ship the subscriptions for the month. Okay, in inventory planning, we'll click the process to generate inventory planning, and then we'll go into the planning display screen. And you can see we have purchases planned to buy for the Cabernet. We have planned purchases for the Chardonnay, and then we have the kit assembly plan to be fulfilled for the Wine of the Month for December. If we check this box, we could create the kit assembly record needed to generate the inventory required to fulfill the sales orders that will be created in the Advanced Billing module, and then to generate those sales orders and shippers needed to ship the items out to the customers. So in summary, this feature allows us to enter a generic non-stock item on the contract, change that non-stock item for stock items to be fulfilled between a specific period of time. It can then create a forecast for that item to be planned, to be produced either on a kit assembly or production order if you're using the manufacturing module. Once the stocking items has been received into inventory, we can create the sales order shippers and ship the goods. So a complete planning and billing system for physical recurring stock subscription items that need to have the contents change each month.